As you can see, our Sunset Park site was built over the old Lafarge cement plant. In the past, Lafarge has been providing building materials for New York City's 60% construction sites, along with tremendous air pollutions. Given its intimate relationship with residential areas and waterfront, it really stops people from accessing the waterfront. Our factory rewrote the story 2 years ago. Bioconstruction is also a building material company. But what we did is we've developed a process where we can grow bricks by using recycled sawdust and mycelium. All we need to do is to provide an appropriate microenvironment for them to grow to contain specific materiality. This biological character of our products allow us to minimize the pollutions being produced on-site and really bring accessible water edge back to the citizens. Besides one pier being developed as a public park at the end of the factory.
This year is my 15th year in the construction industry. Time flies. And I can tell you things has been changed a lot recently. I still remember in the past, when New York City has no compulsive regulation on construction waste management, it was a real mess. Tons of recyclable construction materials went into landfill, and I was wondering, believe it or not, something similar to this factory could exist, that actually sent worker like me to educate and supervise on-site sorting, and really dig into the value of waste. Maybe it's time now to stop creating more messes, and start to deal with what already been there. Now most of the construction debris is sorted on site, which is really a burden relief. I only need to do one trip at one construction site per day. After I gathered all the different types, I will drop them at the bioconstruction tipping floor around 5 p.m. And my colleague will take over from there.
I don't have any background in this industry before I got this job. My first step starts from the sorting tower. You may think that we no more need human laborers for this kind of jobs. It's not true. A small nail mixed in a pile of sawdust might destroy a finer shredder. You know it's a huge duty. My favorite spots were the platforms between towers. The working platform has really great natural ventilation. Between my 2 shifts, I usually take a rest at the north side platform. Now it's quite busy down there. My colleagues are taking the sorted sawdust to the bioclusters. Producing biobricks is not that high-tech. It's different though. It's more like growing a plant. The performance of bricks results from the type of mycelium you use, and the growing environment. It could range from soft veneer to extremely hard bricks. Sawdust blended with mycelium will be molded into required shapes and sent up to the second floor to go through the second step. Watering. The growing process normally takes a day or 2 to transit to the top floor. After 3 days, the heat and sunshine on the top floor will kill the mycelium and harden the biobricks. Now the bricks are ready to send to the storage.
Before I got this job, I had to wake up at 5 o'clock every morning to be at work on time. The sad part is that I have no time for my kids back then. There was a week we rarely see each other in the same house. You know, it's really nice to have your workplace nearby.
We now have opened up different public programs for citizens inside our factory building. Many local furniture studios, shops and artists have moved in. Now we received more than 500 visitors per day, for educational, recreational or commercial purposes, and we are looking forward to a big jump of this number in the near future.
Sometimes, I bring my daughter here to play with other kids from our community. See, they get along pretty well. This place is a great one to uncharge their energy. They get dirty, but that's their nature.